Hello everyone, my name is Edgar Alfonso Rodríguez and I'm with Seaphia working on a floating city development that we call La Estrella, which means the star in Spanish. Well, this project is going to be located at the northern Caribbean coast in Colombia, very close to a city called Cartagena, in an area that is called Pendal. Well, this large floating development, it's going to contain a mixture of different uses like housing, commercial, public facilities, hotel, office spaces, like co-working spaces, greenhouses, and all these services will be contained in what we call a polyfunctional hybrid cell. As we can see here, this hybrid cell contain different typologies, different kind of buildings that differ from each other for the size and the number of floors and also the shape. This project has a very futuristic, almost solar punk design that is inspired on organic forms that we find in nature and also in some living sea creatures, as the ones that we can see here in this slide. And the main goal for this project is to develop a large-scale, high-tech, self-sustainable floating city that can become a pioneer and also a reference for architecture. And this will be the first floating project of this scale in our country. Well, now in this short talk, I would like to talk about different aspects regarding regulations and technical challenges that we have to face and navigate in order to make this project a reality. Aspects concerning energy harvesting, maritime spatial planning, and also shipping routes. Well, in terms of energy harvesting, to make a large project like this one, large scale project like this one, we need to carefully choose which is going to be the non-conventional energy source that we will be using to power it up. And also we need to accommodate to what the current regulations say about this kind of energies. So since we are planning to do a large floating development, we know that it would be better if we located near to an urban hub, but looking at the regulation and the framework in Colombia for offshore wind, because in first place we thought that maybe wind farming could be one of the alternatives for powering up the city. We found that the area where we are planning to develop this project doesn't completely meet all the requirements in terms of wind speed and some other technical constraints. So for this reason, the non-conventional energy that we chose for the project, it's going to be solar energy, and which will be produced by the implementation of a solar farm within the city cell, where we will have solar panels incorporated as part of the architectural elements in the design. As we can see here, we have a structure in all of the buildings where we are planning to have these flexible solar panels. And in terms of maritime spatial planning for a floating development this scale, we need to deal with a very complex legal framework because there are multiple entities involved in the jurisdiction of the maritime territory in Colombia. So this makes a bit difficult to deal with projects like this one, but at the same time, we see it like an opportunity to bring this topic to the table and maybe engage in all these entities to design and propose a unified zoning plan for the maritime space in Colombia. And in terms of shipping routes, close to the area where we plan to develop the floating city, there are located three of the most important seaports in Colombia, in Barranquilla, Cartagena, and Santa Marta. And those seaports, they have multiple connections to many other seaports in the world. So it means that there is a very high maritime traffic in this area, which is very important because we need to take this into account in order to locate the city cells over this territory. One of the advantages that we have in our design is that we can group these city cells in different configurations in order not to interrupt the existing shipping routes and maritime traffic. And finally, I would like to say that developing La Estrella in one of our Colombian coasts, this is gonna bring some benefits to our country. This will increase the economic development through the creation of blue economy jobs and technological independence. And this will also improve the welfare of our population. And also this will increase the sustainable housing development and improve our capacity for regional influence. And this is the information that I had to share with you. And thank you very much for your attention.